commentary or context, and the question is about if this every universe is like specific with specific mantra created for specific living beings in it, and there are another universes are different and another is again different like this, or if they are like pretty much the same. That's the question.
Okay. She's coming back? What's happening?
Chtěl pes šel dovnitř.
Oh.
They are giving water to the dogs.
I've got some of his saliva in my shoes.
No. I came in time.
Please wash your hands.
Yes.
Krishna. Okay. Interesting question. See, through Upanishadic views, through some higher Vedic, Vedantic or Upanishadic views.
For the Upanishad.
So, it has been explained that the whole creation, the whole multiversal material creations are mostly coming from, they are kind of merging out of some different dynamics of the energy, such as light, sound, space, okay, some point, fire and air. So these are all different forms of the Supreme Creator's energy, potency. I repeat, is light, sound, space, air, water, they're all none other than different kinds and different forms of the expansion of the energy expansion of the Supreme Creator. And the sound has been one of them. Okay, and sound has always played a most vital role, most fundamental role in creating this universe. That's how the great Rishi, Muni, Yogis, wise saints from the Vedic period, Vedanta time period, believed in and also realized, they realized that most part of this multiversal creations, I repeat, the most parts of this huge, limitless multiversal creations actually emerged from some all-pervading sound energy, okay, sound vibration energy of the Supreme Creator. Supreme Creator. And the same Supreme Creator has also been described as all-pervading multiversal energy form, a superpower, also as a most transcendental personality, transcendental, divine, supreme, divine person, with limitless characteristics.
Má neomezené charakteristiky.
So I repeat, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Creator, the Absolute,
Absolutní,
has also been described,
byl také
okay,
popsán
narrated as as Parang Brahma Paramatma form, all pervading, multiversal, superpower,
univerzální
okay, superpower form as Parang Brahma, and also as in the form of life being, life potency within us, Paramatma.
potenciál života, jako Paramatma.
Paramatma, the Supreme Creator,
Nejvyšší
who is living within us
žije v nás,
as life potency,
jako
okay, supplying
životní potenciál.
life potency as Paramatma,
Energie, jako Paramatma.
okay, nourishing, life nurturing potency as Paramatma.
Živí, vlastně vyživuje všechno.
And the same Supreme Truth,
A to nejvyšší
the
pravda,
Supreme
to
Creator,
máš,
has also been described as Bhagavan,
také Bhagavan,
the Supreme Absolute Person,
když je absolutní
Supreme
osoba,
Divine Person.
když je božská osoba.
The personification of all limitless, all pervading superpower, super multiversal power is called
Super schopnosti, super moci,
Supreme Lord Bhagavan,
to je Bhagavan.
personification of that.
To je osobní podoba tohoto všeho.
Now, one big aspect, one very big fundamental
Jeden hlavní aspekt
aspect of his energy, which he created this whole universe through, is sound. Is the sound aspect. Sound aspect, the world of sound vibration, dimension of sound vibration. Because the way the great yogis, muni, rishis, the wise spiritual persons during the Vedic and Vedanta time realized, see, sound vibration, the energy form of sound vibration is not just only some sound vibration what we hear. It's much more than that. You know. And we can also try to understand through scientific ways. There is basically the same energy. Basically, fundamentally, it is the same, okay, energy of the Lord, which manifests in different forms as sound, lights, okay, space, ethereal media, okay, ether, fire, somewhat when it becomes more gross, it becomes liquid form in water, okay, but mainly the sound, light, space, fire and ethereal media, these are the manifestation of the same super energy, same superpower, different dimensions, different dynamics of the same basic absolute energy, potency. So, world of sound vibration is not just limited within the concept of how we hear it. Okay, some sound we are hearing. The sound energy, because the same energy gets transformed into each other. Sound energy can be transformed into light energy, can be transformed into, okay, ethereal energy that can also be transformed into some heat energy. The sound, light, heat, ether, okay, all space. Basically, it's the manifestation of the same Parang Brahma energy. And so sound aspect is one of them. So why I'm explaining all in totality, why I'm explaining all these in details to explain that sound energy, world of sound energy, is not just a separate thing, like a separate entity. Oh, it's just world of sound energy and world of light energy or world of heat energy are separate. They are separate, at the same time they are non-separate, all interrelated. You to understand. So therefore, when it is described, this whole universal creation merging out of the sound energy, it means that kind of sound energy with characters of vibration, much more than only the sound concept of the sound, what we have, what we experience, like in the form of hearing. Much more than that. That sound concept of the energy actually closely connecting with light conception of energy, heat conception of energy, the space conception of energy, all these, ether conception of the energy also, not just only some sound concept energy as we hear. And vibration is the common factors in all of them. When light travels, it also has got, see, light has also got light particles and also light waves. Okay, so when the light is traveling through the space, it is traveling in the form of wave. In the shape of the wave and all. And see, when sound also travels through the space, it also contains its wave form. And anything waving has got vibration character. Anything which has got wave characters means it also naturally contains some of the vibrating characters in it, whether light or sound or heat. Okay, there's some subtle vibration, functions of vibrations also there, which is found in the sound also. Vibration, what is vibration? Vibration doesn't necessarily mean only shaking something big. That is included in vibration. Okay, trembling or shaking. Vibration is something, it represents the life potency, it represents the being which is active, vibrating, active. No dead thing will be vibrating. No dead matter can have the wavelength, wave flow, or nature of vibrations, okay, or nature of heat. Only a dead thing cannot have all these aspects and characters. Only the life potency can have characters of waves, vibrations, which represents characters of activities. Okay, some activities, whether impersonal way or personal way, some activities. You translate it?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, vibration is a sign of life. Activities. The material activities or spiritual activities. Objective activities or subjective activities. So, sound has got that also. So, give me one example. Just try to find out one example, whether in the material sphere or spiritual sphere, which doesn't contain the nature of vibration. Give me one example. Cannot. Everything has got nature of vibration, aspect of vibrations. From that the word came out, vibrant, meaning full of life. Anything active contains nature of vibration, whether matter or spirit. Okay. All the atoms, the wall, soil, in the wood, wherever you found, they're all active inside. Electron, proton, neutron, they are all, see, they are all doing parikrama around each other. natural parikrama around each other as directed by the Supreme Creator. They're vibrant, in motion. Okay, they're circulating each other, and they have got also particle character, and wherever you find the particle, they are in motion, some activity of vibration there. They themselves are vibrating, and also it's helping them to create some motion. Otherwise, motion is not possible without the character of vibrations. Everything active contains the aspect of vibration. Okay. Anything active contains the particles in mutual motions. Whether in objective level or subjective level, both. So, back to the point. The reason I'm explaining all this to properly explain the world of the sound, nature of the sound. So when the yogis, great rishis, great wise, saintly people from the Vedic period is telling this universal creation is mostly coming out, merging out from the sound vibration. It is the definition of that kind of fundamental vibration of the sound more than what we hear. For example, in science we know there is subsonic sound and ultrasonic sound. So we cannot hear them, but still we can relate to them, connect to them through mechanisms. Okay, to certain mechanism we can understand, even we can have some experience of the ultrasonic sound and subsonic sound. Okay, but by our normal way, through our normal hearing process, we cannot hear them, but still they are sounds. Different dynamics of the sounds are there. So we also we can find some mechanisms which can in the world of science, which can simultaneously produce light, sound, heat, coldness, okay, and so on. Electromagnetic potency coming through same mechanism, proving that they are coming from the same energy source. Simply the different transformations, different dynamics, or transformation of the same basic, most fundamental, original, super, all-pervading energy of the Supreme Creator. For example, refrigerator. It keeps things cool. Outside refrigerator you touch, it is hot. Okay. And it also makes nice sound when it is working, letting you know I am not dead, I am working time to time. And then it also sleeps, rest, automatic rest. Okay, again it starts, auto-program way. It also cools, relates to the space inside, cools, makes the space cool, affecting the space. As you open the refrigerator, you can see the lights on. Same energy, giving you cool effect, cooling effect, heating effect. Then what else? Light effect. So, and it's also affecting the space inside, empty space inside, cooling it, so you can find different dynamics of energy in the same refrigerator. See, it is keeping the food under control so that by the natural inside heat, by the intrinsic natural heat of inside the food, it doesn't get fermented. It becomes the food for all the bacteria and viruses, but refrigerator is helping to keep the food cool so that it's not eaten by virus and bacteria. Controlling, affecting. So, and you can hear the sounds also, time to time. It's working. It vibrates also. It could have worked without making sound, but sound is naturally coming from refrigerator. Yes, motor running sound. The reason I'm describing all this, so when great wise people, wise saints from the Vedic period saying, most of the universal creations, most of the universe actually merging out of the sound potency. It means not just, it clearly means not just sound potency we experience through our hearing, not that sound form or sound concept, much deeper than that, much higher than that. Even higher than ultrasonic sound vibration, deeper than subsonic sound vibrations, yet to be discovered. Scientists are not yet able to be discovering those dimensions of the sound energy yet. Okay. And you know, many of them say, or some of them say, oh, universe came out of the Big Bang. Big Bang theory. So although our holy scriptures do not fully accept that that was the way of this multiversal creations, no, cannot be. But Big Bang theory is a partial concept. It is a reality. It is a reality, but partly reality, partly aspect of how the whole multiverse got created. So it is partly reality, not that full reality, Big Bang. And the concept of the Big Bang also contains vibration. Yes, functions of the vibration. Without vibration, can you imagine Big Bang? Heavy vibrations. Heavy vibrations. Very powerful, heavy vibrations. Bang. Bang means heavy vibrations. Yeah. So, can you imagine when that bang took place? Whatever way, although we the devotees, we the high class spiritualists do not accept that Big Bang is the only origin or source for the whole creation. It's a partly activity of the creation, partial source, partial aspects of the creation. There was some banging, of course, some nice banging here and there, something got created from that, we accept. But not that whole multiversal system came out from a very small unit, it exploded, Big Bang. So even it was a small unit, how it could be Big Bang? So some big energy was there, even it was looking small, therefore big comes from big. Big cannot come from small. Big has to come from big. Big can never come from small. So the cause of the Big Bang also has to be bigger. So it's a partial reality. But that partial reality, Big Bang theory, contains a lot of functions of the vibrations. And sound has got vibrations. Okay. So when we even partly accept the Big Bang theory, so then it also proves that when the creation manifested, it manifested through big sound vibrations. Big sound vibrations, because it was the sounds of the explosions. Okay? And that sound form described, basically it's the same energy. The light, heat, sound, space, ether, it is basically same energy. But the way they describe, even the lights or ether or air, fire, all came out of the sound energy form. That's how they saw. I have not finished my answer yet. Okay, understand. So again, how mantra is coming. Now I am coming slowly. So they found, okay, so although we cannot hear the great sounds of how Mother Earth, earthly planet moving around the sun, how other planetary systems moving, whole solar system is moving, very big sound, but sound of very subtle dynamics. Our ear cannot hear them. Ultrasonic sound and more than ultrasonic sounds. So we cannot necessarily be hearing the sounds of the solar system as they are rolling. Solar system as they are rolling in the motion around the sun. Very big sound, but very fine type we cannot hear. Our ear is not created to be tuned with that frequency. But through mechanism, through some higher scientific mechanisms, we can detect those sounds of the social sounds of the motion of the whole solar system, or some sounds from the galaxies also, sounds traveling from other planetary systems coming to us, as lights traveling to us, also sound vibration traveling to us. Okay. So the way those great yogi, rishi, munis describe lights and other stuffs, okay, as I have described, as coming from the sound energy form. And they also found out this sound is not, this nature of the sound doesn't only have a big explosive sound, but the sound can be very sweet, can be very harmonious. They discovered. In the world of the sounds, they discover different dynamics, dimensions of the sound vibrations. Some can be very destructive, rough and tough, like sound of explosions. Sound can be very strong energy. When the big bomb blast happens far, just by the sound blow, walls and glass windows, walls can be broken. Okay. Sound can be so forceful, so powerful. Not just verbally read out. There will be feelings, there will be realizations of knowledge. By a postgraduate student, they can conceive somewhat. They will have some realization, some real knowledge and realization what they are reading into. Okay. That's the real reading, the real study. Similarly, in order to be connecting to the world of the mantram, some sadhana required, cultivation, spiritual cultivations required also. To make it click, make them clicking. Okay, so like there are already so many sound frequencies flowing right before your nose, my nose, before my eyes. Already so many sound frequencies already flowing here in this space through ethereal media. Can we connect to them? Can we? Are we connecting to them, perceiving them? No. We need a radio set. We need nice radio set, a mechanism to be connecting to those many particular frequencies of the sound vibration, sound wave, which is going on right here. We cannot connect, but if you have a radio, you can immediately connect. Okay, it's called entuning with the frequency of different sound dimensions. Similarly, there are mantra dimensions of the chanting, particular higher spiritual dimensions to connect to the frequencies of mantra chanting, mantra utterance, okay, singing of the mantras, which those very wise Muni, Rishi, Yogis discovered it. And they loved. They used to be singing, they used to be chanting and singing beautiful, wonderful mantras and hymns, hours after hours. They connected to different wonderful frequencies of the divine sound vibrations in the form of the mantras, what they could discover in harmonious way through their meditative realizations. Mantram actually came out from their meditative realizations, not that they just out of imagination they wrote something and made some words and it became mantra. Okay, and so they discovered it. The mantra frequency of the divine sound vibrations. Okay, frequencies of different, I repeat, frequencies of different frequencies of different divine sound vibrations, spiritually qualified, and they could discover certain words and sound vibrations connecting to certain frequencies of the higher subjective spiritual sound energy, and they are called mantram, mantra frequencies, and they knew how to be attuned, how to be exactly in tune with certain mantra frequency of the divine sound vibrations, Shabda Brahma, and they received so much. They received so much treasure, nectarine ecstasy, nectarine bliss experience. Nectarine bliss experience by connecting to the source of that mantra, source of that divine sound vibration, the Supreme Creator. Okay. That's how it works. Manona trayate iti mantram. Manona trayate. That what means by contemplating, by devotedly contemplating and meditating on which we receive liberation. One gets liberation, called mantram. Ganatrayate, by devotedly singing, by devotedly and meditatively singing which hymn one is liberated, called Gayatri. Gayatri mantra, they are closely connected. Okay, because both has both characters. Just explained differently. But see, it is not just chanting. The factor of meditation is also very much inseparably involved with that world. So, mantram doesn't necessarily mean only chanting few words and creating some sound vibration inside our brain and we are chanting mantram. No, much more than that. They are chanting that their chanting vibration is attuned with the frequency of their meditation. Meditation of the meanings of the mantra. They are visualizing the subjective meanings. I repeat, through meditation, while they chanting, or uttering the mantra, they are visualizing the subjective, the spiritual meanings, subjective meanings through their meditation, and they are feeling into that truth, what they are visualizing, feeling. So they are hearing the sound, visualizing that truth through meditation, sound aspect, visual aspect, feeling aspects, all coming together through the meditations, through the conjunction of sound vibration of the mantra, visualization of the meanings of the mantra, feelings into the meanings of the mantra, connecting to their soul, okay, graced by super soul. It's a holistic project of mantra dhyanam, mantra and dhyanam together. Okay, it's not a separate activity of just chanting, articulating some holy sounds. Okay, so as we understand, realize about the more complete conception of the world of the mantrams, then we understand what is it. You know, much more than just some word articulation, some word, pronouncing some words only within sound vibration. Much more than that. Thoughts are there. So much feelings, so much deep thoughts, feelings, realizations also involved. Involved with that. Then mantra becomes alive. Suppose I give you example. I give you example. Power of the sound, power of language. How feelings make so much difference. Suppose you use some abusive words to someone in some other language, but what he doesn't understand. It doesn't mean anything. But if you understand, you're using some abusive words to him, okay, immediately gets angry, disturbed. What makes the difference? In feelings, in understanding. In a similar way, okay, if you say some beautiful words, very nice words, same sound vibration, but if one doesn't understand, no feeling, it doesn't make sense for him, it doesn't understand. But as soon as he or she understands, when you say something like beautiful words, I love you so much, I deeply love you, feel so happy. Feel so happy and delighted. Because it's not just sound vibration to him. Not just a dead language or dead sound vibration. It carries the feelings. Carries the feelings of understanding through those words. I love you so much. Makes difference. So feelings. So mantram chanted with feelings and without feelings. Mantram chanted or sung, okay, with some realization and without realization makes difference. Same sound vibration, okay, can make one very happy, can make one very insulted, angry. It can create so much destruction. It can be so constructive, so destructive. Similar sound vibration. So sound is very powerful. While we exchange our thoughts and feelings through it can be very powerful. Anyways, now, those wise spiritual people, in other words, those wise saints also discovered some point that sound can be very harmonic, greatly, sweetly, beautifully harmonizing factors in life. It can create divine harmony. It can be connecting us with divine frequency of divine harmony, of the higher spiritual truth, divine truth. And they discovered different sound seeds and they discovered different sound seeds and divine sound seeds, and also some spontaneously manifested words from the depth of their heart and manifested them in the form of the mantram. Right? Feeling, knowing and feeling, they are very beneficial. They will be very beneficial to relate to the Supreme Absolute Divine through the path of sound. To be connecting, deeply connecting, closely connecting with the Supreme Absolute Divine, the beautiful Supreme Creator, through the divine sound frequency, mantra frequency. And they were successful. And therefore we find there are many wonderful hymns, mantras and hymns manifested one after another. And they were so successful, and they were receiving blissful experience from such mantra meditation. Mantra meditation called. So they felt this whole multiversal system, most of the multiversal creations actually merged out of the more sound energy form, infinitely pervading sound energy form of the Lord through different dimensions, is pervading the whole universe through different dimensions. But basically they are all sound form of the energy, different dimensions. And all the material universe and everything came out of that original sound vibration energy aspect of the Supreme Lord. I mean, most part of creation, not the whole part of creation, most part of the creation came out, merged out from the sound energy, sound aspect of the energy form of the Supreme Creator. In that way. Okay, now I want to hear.
Next question.
Next question. Everyone is enjoying nap, little nap. Only I am not sleepy, you are not sleepy, you are not sleepy. Others are so peaceful. Effect of Mahaprasad.
Effect of heat. Yeah.
Peace giving.
The heat is
It's not heat.
No, also peace giving effect. Peace giving effect of Mahaprasad. Soothing. When heat is disturbing you, you cannot sleep. You cannot have sleeping, but only soothing energy has to be there, which can escape the heat way and still makes you sleep. Oh no! I remember the second part of his question. Oh, see, I have not even answered that. So I have not fully answered. Mantrams. So yes, there are some mantras for the whole multiversal system which can be common, which are common commonly shared for all the planetary, all the planetary systems, all the multiversal systems. And there are also some particular specific mantras individually meant, particularly meant for each planet, each planetary system. So both ways we find. It's not only this way or that way. It's found both ways. There are some mantras for all the planets in this multiverse common, like Bija Mantram. They are not long kind of mantra, Bija Mantram. And there are also some mantras meant in particular for each planet. Specifically meant for each planet. We find both ways. Okay.
Takže toto si to představová každé vesmír specifické, otevřené specifickou mantrou Bija mantrou.
For example,
That's question.
yes, we often deal with our fall and its causes what else, right? Is the main cause in that we are the same. As Krishna and our limited desires are in hidden form, but at a certain time this latent form will cease to be covered by the enjoyment of spiritual mood. And do we have to go into the material world? It means that material existence is just a widespread state of the spiritual world, where we have to restore our consciousness from complete tamasu. But why it's so complicated? Does this mean that it can be the intention of increasing?
Did you understand, Maharaj? Automatic translation.
Okay. So, again, coming back to the subject of the mantrams. For example, like Om. Omkar is understood, has been understood and realized to be a seed mantram common for all the whole universe and multiverse. You know, not just only for earthly planet. Because Omkar is not like Om, much more than that. It's the combination of three levels, A, U, It can be chanted through different dynamics, dimensions, varying according to who is chanting, who is singing that Om. And also, depending on the variations, depending on the arts of variation, of variegated ways of singing Om, I repeat, depending on the arts of pronunciation, arts of articulation, or variegated ways, patterns of singing, that mantra also creates different sound frequencies. It is understood it is the combination of three parts, three levels. A, U, A, Same Omkar can be chanted by different spiritualists with different dynamics of vibrations and can be bringing different results depending on what frequency of sounds it is being articulated or chanted. It's not so simple, not so plain and simple. The sophisticated texture, sophisticated world of different textures of chanting okay, chanting or singing Omkar. But it has been considered, to be a common, fundamental seed mantra, a whole system of creation, whole universal system of creation. Therefore, it is true. What is shown in Indian movie, like Chris, Indian movie, the scientists he was spreading, he was giving out the sound, transmitting the sound of Omkar, and then getting some kind of response from another planet through that, in response to the Om. So although it was like, how do you say, science fiction movie, but the idea they received and they implemented is correct. Idea is real, although they could not really discover that yet. Idea is real, although they could not discover it yet realistically, or they could not properly implement it. And that's the idea, realistic idea. One day scientists may be able, okay, to transmit that Omkar sound vibration towards the high sound frequencies, transmit to other worlds, other planets in this huge universe, and may receive some response also through radio waves, can receive some response. Also it is possible. It's possible. So there are many seed mantras, like such as Om, Kling, Sring, Kling, Ring, Rang, Kshong, Song. This they are called all seed mantras. Lang, Sham, Bhang. Many seed mantras. I think they publish some recording, some of the Western scholars, for meditation. Lam, 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 sham, bham, lam, lam. This way. String, kling, ring, rong, wing, shrong. When we know to properly pronounce them, in tuning with the right frequencies, with right mood, they can work wonderful. Primarily, you'll simply be rejoicing, simply be feeling great happiness and some pleasure just to be uttering them, singing them. Your utterance can be converted into singing melody at some point due to wonderful experience, sweet experience. See, you say kling, 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 rong, kling, swing, kling, kling. See, ring, kling, om, kling, kling, swing, shong, om, kling. Some point it will create some musical sensation, reverberating. It will be naturally reverberating in your Sahasrara chakra. Okay, and the same sweet reverberation will be inundating your whole existence, especially when you do closing the ear sometimes. It's not just saying only cling. Oh, cling, what's the big deal about cling? Ringing the bell of a cycle, cling, 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 ring, 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 rang, rang. That also produces some similar sound. It's not bad. Okay. Seed mantra. Om resonates. Those who chant Omkar meditation, okay, they understand it resonates all through. The sound vibrates at some point, brings very sweet feelings, sweet nectarine feelings. It starts resonating all over your existence and brings some very pleasant sensation from Sahasrara through meditation. Similar way, Kling also, another great Bija mantra used for Krishna. Kling, Kling, I love that. Just to be chanting that mind, Kling, 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 Rang, 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 Kling, Kling, Rang, Kling, 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 Kling. Create some sweet humming sound resonance. And while you do with meditation, very respectful meditation, you can even visualize colors, different colors of the seed mantra like Om, Om, Kling, Kling. So you see more colors, more visual image, more than just in your syllable form of the writing. In the beginning we see that Kling means K-L-I-M in English, or in your letter, okay, or hearing Kling, okay, nice sound. But as you continue to be meditating on that seed mantra and chant, unify your chanting, kind of, it's not always rough or harsh kind of chanting. It's not at all some rough, harsh, casual kind of chanting. It is a singing kind of chanting. Singing kind. A very respectful, loving, sweet, loving way of chanting. Your mood, chanting this Bija mantra, should be very sweet, tender, sweet, loving, respectful. Then it works. Rather than treating it, oh, just another Kling, what's the big deal? Kling sound. Many things depend on the intention. Our spiritual, true spiritual, higher spiritual achievements, so much depending on our abhipraya, real intention, frequency of the intention. The more the intention becomes pure, the more we become nicer to nicest to relate to the Bija mantram, seed, holy seed mantram, sweet feelings, sweet loving feelings, sweet lovingly nurturing feelings, like you are relating to it to sweet love. You are relating to it with so much love. Sweet feelings of love to it. Okay, and like apart from having respect, sweet feelings of love, loving emotion, attachment, and relating to it, and then be chanting. It's a very distinct experience. Becomes very distinct experience. Becomes so pleasant experience. So much so, you'll feel like you'll You simply feel like standing up and dancing with the rhythms manifested by the Bija mantrams. Kling, kling, ring, kling, rang, ring, kling, rang, ring, kling, rang, kling, kling, ring, ring, kling. Nectarian humming sound. Nectarian humming sound will be reverberating all through your existence, all over. Circular way, horizontal, this way, that way, sophisticated way. Different waves, different designs, different textures, different beautiful designs. Like 100 lotus petals, 100 colorful lotus, 1,000 colorful 1,000 lotus petals. Not only 100,000, 100 lotus petals, colorful 1,000 lotus petals. You can have some visual beauty of the sound vibration, chanting of the mantrams. Like from the seed, a big fruit tree, with so much big tree with, okay, say a big tree can come up, can be cultivated from a just seed form, with so many delicious fruits held in it, born in the tree. I repeat, so from the seed of the mantra, like a big delicious fruit tree can appear from just a seed form. Similarly, from the seed form of the mantras, huge, delicious fruit trees of the realizations, nectarine realizations, can manifest, producing nectarine fruits, giving us the taste, nectarine taste of the nectar fruits through sound energy. Divine sound energy of the Supreme Lord. See, this is the character of seed mantras. So, some of the Westerners could have some understanding into, have some realization. So I heard some tape, some nice CD recording, playing something. Om lam 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 sham bham ring ring shom kring ring lam sham bham. They are introducing. Besides Om, there are many Om recitations we find. Many Om recitations we find, but besides that also some chanting and recitation or singing of some other Bij mantras also found. Like, somewhat we understand. Like, even if you don't sing a song in a language, but simply musical melodies, when very sweet musical melodies are played by the musical instrument, that also brings so much pleasure to mind and heart. Just the melody. Because the musical melodies by itself, by its own nature, has got so much pleasing potency beyond any lingual limits. Universal language. Similarly, this seed form of the mantras, like universal language. Universal language. So, back to the point of answering your question, yes, there are some common seed mantras for all the multiversal planetary system, whole multiversal planetary system. Also there are particular seed mantras meant specifically for each planet of the universal system. Both ways we find. Some of the insects are fly. They also reciprocate with each other through humming sound. There's some humming birds. You find some hummingbirds, humming things. By different frequency of the humming sounds, they relay different messages. It's their language. They exchange their feelings to different types, frequencies of the humming sound. I'm so very happy to see Bhakta Carol and his mother hearing each and every point of my explanations. So much respectful attention. Truly appreciate. See, this kind of respectful attention, to be hearing the answers, make you more qualified to relate to that world. You need that kind of seriousness and respect, not becoming casual. When we become casual, then that world says, okay, you don't need me, I also don't need you. Bye, goodbye. So never becoming casual. That's our enemy. Having casual mood, taking things so cheap classly granted way, or relating to all these things in a casual way, is our enemy. Because we miss a lot. We actually miss a lot to really connect when we become casual. We remain so much limited only within surface. Only on the surface, cannot go deeper. Cannot enter deeper. Only scratching on the surface. We cannot go higher. Only stay, only one level, limited, imprisoned. So therefore, time to time I give alerting messages. Never become casual. Never take all these cheap, ordinary, casual ways. Then you won't deserve the higher connection, deeper connection. Being casual means you are not so much interested in that. So when you say, I am not so much interested, okay, average, ordinary, then that world also says, okay, if you are not interested, why I should be interested in you, to relate with you? Okay, you live your limited way, casual way, fine. I live on my higher dimension. You live just, continue to be living in a limited, casual way and remain satisfied. You don't deserve anything deeper or higher. It wants to come in. So anxiously waiting, giving the message, why I am excluded. We are all excluded. Why? They have been very tender and asking us, can they be included inside? In the hot sun, why they are in hot sun? But they can be included in some shade, but in a place. cannot come in.
They're like place to be there, and they are.
But they are not interested to be in their place. They want to come in. They want our company. See, sweet feelings. Standing in the sun and waiting. It can be let in. It knew. It's so sensitive. She went out, it knew. Called relationship, see, this is connection. It saw through. Oh, immediately. Okay, yes, be there with us. Now they are happy. Be there, okay. Gaur Hari. Now next question. Okay. Carol, come, garland for you. Yeah, Bhakti Carol.
Тут Vaishnavský kniha je to pár informací o Český, o platnosti, o energii.
Ve Vaishnavských knihách informace o energii.
Ne.
Málo?
Proč je ve Vaishnavských knihách tak málo informací o partnerce třeba Višnua, o Šakti?
Tak málo jako informací o energii.
Že Višnua je zmíněn 1000krát Šakti jednou.
There are like a lot of information about Bhagavan, but less information about his Shakti. Lakshmi, especially Lakshmi, I guess. I think it's true.
That's partially true.
Depends which Shakti.
It's not holistically true, but partially true. Although it's true, the quantity and quality, the amount of the descriptions about the potencies, of the different potencies or energies of the Supreme Lord is less compared to the description about the Supreme Lord. I repeat, although this is the fact, although it is a fact that the descriptions, the amount of the descriptions about different kinds of energies or Shaktis of the Lord are less compared to, in contrast to the description about Supreme God. Yet, we find sufficient, good enough, sufficient descriptions about Supreme Lord's different kinds of potencies, energies. So it's not really small amount. We find so much description about Lakshmi Devi, about Srimati Radharani through Brahma Vaivarta Puran, also partly through Padma Purana. We find a lot of description about Lakshmi Devi through Vishnu Purana, Padma Purana, and other scriptures. We also find a lot of descriptions about Durga, Ma Durga, somewhat Ma Kali, and other goddesses, other demigoddesses. So we do find, but it's true. It's not equal by proportion, by amount and quantity or proportion. It's not really equal to the same amount or quantity of the glories, as description of the glories of the Supreme Lord.
Na stejné úrovni jako popis ty slávy, než je tam.
So, can we help Maluti Devi with a pillow?
No, I'm fine. I'm listening, just my hair is going down.
I'm feeling very hot. What about me? I'm not feeling so hot. How about them?
Yeah, in your natural temperature.
All of them. Okay,
Yeah, we can go swim in the swimming pool, he said.
you can go if you want. But the water may be hot by now.
Yeah.
Yes. Answering to his question, what he showed me through mobile, or from translation. Yes. Yes, it is true. We agree, you are right, that this mundane world is the land of education. Mundane world is so created by the Supreme Creator. I mean mundane world, I mean mundane universe. It's so created by the Supreme Lord so that it serves some important purpose. Serves some important purpose of life, of our being. And that is gathering experience. So, this universe, again I repeat, the universe can be a creation of the universe can be understood. So again I repeat, the purpose of the creation of this universe and universal plane, mundane plane, can be understood as lands for education, lands for our education, planes for our education, and having more comparative experiences, comparative studies of different dynamics of life experience, life realizations. Life experience and life realizations. Okay. So we learn many things. This is mainly a learning land. Educative land. Land or plane for gathering comparative experiences and having education through comparative experiences between good and bad, semi-good, semi-bad, very good, okay, and neither good nor bad, something in between, different dimensions of experiences. Again, same thing felt very good at certain moments, and the very same thing felt very bad at another moment. Basically the same thing. With the situational changes, with the changes of time, place, situations, sometimes we find very same thing which is experienced as so bad in my life. With the positive changes of the time, place, situation, very same thing can also be experienced as very good in my life. So, it's like the same thing, same fire. Same fire can be burning you, destroying you. Oh, can give you a terrible death when it's misused, when it is improperly used, misused. The same fire can save your life. When you are too cold, in icy region, you are craving for the fire. or some fire or heat. It is saving your life. Same fire is used for your cooking, for roasting, for giving you heat, okay, to live your life. Can have so various utilities, great utilities, while we make proper use of them. As soon as misuse, that same fire can destroy you. Can destroy you. Everything is like that. See, same air can kill you, can help you survive. Same air can kill you when it is misapplied, like in the form of storm. Sometimes on the face of direct storm, cyclone, many people die just being choked, cannot breathe because it's too heavy, too forcefully heavy. They cannot breathe in, breathe out, they choke. Thrown away, being choked. Too much wind at the same time, too much force, they choke out and die. At the same time, if there is any lacking of air, without oxygen or little oxygen, we also die. So the same air can kill someone, can help someone to live. Fire, air, water also same thing. We cannot live our life without water. But while you get drowned in the same water, it kills you. But while you know how to swim, you enjoy it. Okay? You cannot live without water, without drinking water. Air, water, lights, sound, same way. Sounds can kill us, sounds can revive us. The blasting explosion sound can kill us immediately. Eardrum will be broken. Inside tissue, our inside neurotic system will be broken by the heavy blow of the sound of explosion. Heart failure, immediate heart failure, heavy explosive sound. And same sound can be reviving us, filling us with so much sweetness, happiness, the musical melodies. Or now our Krishna Katha, sound form, but it's soothing us, making us happy. Great utility of the divine sound vibrations while you are engaging in chanting and singing the glories of the Supreme Creator, Supreme Source of all the sound. Supreme Source of all the sound. So, the Supreme Creator and his or her sound energy will be so pleased with us right now. Right now, because we are chanting their glories. We are speaking in praise of them, chanting their glories. Chanting, speaking, chanting, singing the glories of the transcendental sound, of the beautiful world of sound, through our katha. Their live world. The world of the divine sound vibration is not just like material objective world. It is of subjective nature. It has got feeling, thinking, willing. The world of divine sound vibration is alive. It's factually of alive character, with feelings, thinking, willingness also. Not just objective sound vibrations. And the real, alive alive chanting or singing the mantra actually relates to the alive world of the sound vibration. Alive. You can have relationship. You can have relationship, loving relationship with the Supreme Creator through the path of sound. All are living, alive. All are alive. Just as it has been described in Holy Scripture like Srimad Bhagavatam, other Holy Scriptures. In the divine abode, in the transcendental abode, Krishna Loka, Vrindavana. The things, all the paraphernalias and the things which manifest in objective way, like soil, earth, stone, gemstones, okay, or air, water, space, wind, all this. See, although they also have the objective ways of manifestation, they have objective character, although they manifest through Shanta Rasa, it's more objective, materially objective ways, but they are all alive. Unlike the material objects, similar material objects like we find on this earthly plane, like soil, stone, water, air. These are mostly more of material objective nature, but they are on the plane of Vrindavana, transcendental Goloka Vrindavana. Although those elements are posing, they are posing to be in Santarasa. I use the language posing to be in Santarasa, like inert objective matters. But factually they are all alive. Only posing, like acting in a drama, posing like material objects, like soil, stones, gemstones, flute, Krishna's flute, or water, air, sky. So they're posing to be similar, like as we find on the earth. But in fact, they're all alive, of subjective nature. Because each and every one of them has got thinking, feeling, willing. They're characterized by thinking, feeling, all endowed. Okay, all endowed with the qualifications of thinking, feeling, and willing. Although they're posing to be in Santarasa. Why I'm giving this example? Meaning, the world of sound vibration is also alive. It's not any kind of dead material sound vibration kind of. No. They have their own entities, live entities. In some part, they are manifesting more materially objective way in contrast, comparatively. Other parts, they are all alive, like person. They are all with their personal thinking, willing, and feeling. Thinking, feeling, and willing. That's how it's described. River, the water of river Jamuna, becoming alive during the flute play of Krishna. They don't want to stay in the river. They don't want to be flowing in the river anymore. But are coming alive like a big wave to want to touch Krishna. When Krishna is walking, just walking on the shore of the Jamuna river. Instead of Jamuna river flowing and playing flute, started playing his flute song, that became so attractive, and also Krishna's close presence, Krishna's presence close to her heart. Because Krishna was walking on the shore or the banks of Yamuna. So as soon as felt Krishna's presence so close to herself, okay, and then moreover he started playing flute song. The river water could not be flowing in a normal way. The wanted to changing the motion and its changing its way of flowing motion, and it came upsurge up through the waves to touch Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus-like feet, touching and embracing Krishna with the flute sounds. So much intense love experience felt by the river water. Yamuna river water. Same happening with the wind blow. Sometimes wind blow is getting stopped. Wind is no more blowing. Being influenced, being charmed by Krishna's flute song. The wind getting stunned, stopping, cannot walk, cannot flow anymore. Time stopping, cannot flow anymore. It's so charmed, hypnotized, so deeply charmed. And it realistically happens. And Lord Krishna enjoys that. Lord Krishna, the most beloved Lord. Lord Krishna, the most beloved Lord, the Lord of all love, enjoys their love. Love reciprocation in those ways. Love reciprocation not only from human beings or animals, but also from apparently inert objects. Things like water, soil, wind, they all are embracing Krishna. And also being embraced by Krishna. They all become alive. Then what to speak more of the animals, birds, cows, what to speak more of the Krishna's own friends, gopis, our topmost goddesses, our super excellent goddesses, Shakhis, Manjaris, what to speak more of our Srimati Radha Thakurani, topmost divinely, super excellently beautiful goddess, queen goddess of Krishna. So back to the point, relating to your question. Yes, so by Supreme Creator, it is so provided. I repeat, by the Supreme Creator, it has also been so arranged for conditioned jiva souls that this universe is designed for educating them. The universe is designed for making them more enriched with comparative experiences, enriching them with comparative studies and educations, so that, okay, understand? Yeah? So that they can be comparing between mundane and divine. They can be comparing well to the experience. They can be appropriately discriminating, appropriately differentiating and discriminating between the mundane and divine. And something as marginal between these two, mundane and divine. So this is a great land of gathering experience, great land for having educations of different dimensions. And through such comparative study and education, to be understanding the greatness, real transcendental glories and qualities of Krishna Loka, of Supreme Lord Krishna, anything related to Krishna, Krishna Radhika. Otherwise we won't have the comparative study. Everything will be taken for granted. When we avail something, most valuable things in our life, in a very simple, easy way, then we don't really understand its value. We don't know how to properly value it, because they are all simply being so easily made available to us. We take everything for granted without understanding its invaluable value, its invaluable nature. So therefore, comparative study is required. Helpful. Ultimately soul never dies. Soul is immortal, soul never dies. So real jivas never die. Okay, real jivas never die. So Lord Krishna blessed with that our eternal identity as in the form of soul, which is immortal, never dies. It just has the experience of transition from one level to another level, from one dimension into another dimension and another dimension of experiences. And the transition margin between two, the transition margin in between two, from changing from one into another dimension, is called death. It's called like a temporary death of the body. Okay, it's a changing time, transition moment. But there is no actual death for the soul. There is no actual death for us. It is energy. Energy particle never dies. Science also can realize. Even material science can also realize, and they also explain. Energy is eternal. Energy never dies. Energy is never destroyed. It just transforms from one into another. But energy cannot die or cannot be destroyed. Remains. Only transformation happens. So, this principle has been explained thousands of years ago by the realized souls. That being the particle of God's energy, as marginal potency of God, as spirit soul, we actually don't die. Okay? Real I, real you, real we, all immortal. But we only change from one situation into another situation, from one conditioning into another and another conditioning, and go through different kinds of experiences, go through different dimensions of life experiences on different life species. Okay? That's how it happens. Gaur Hari Bol. Our conditionings change. We remain the same. Conditionings get changed. See, we feel so happy to hear that, to know that we don't die. It's a nectarian message, immortal message. I never die. You never die. We never die. Only go through transitions. Brings such a satisfaction, so much happy conviction, happy confidence, satisfaction. Gaur Hari.